Pressure, how are you doing?
My war general, big up yourself, Lagazee.
Yeah, man.
One love, you know. Don't know.
Blessed. How is the vibe? How is the vibe?
Vibe is up full, man. I give thanks for life. You know what I mean?
We give
Truthfully.
thanks. We give thanks. Now, in recent time on social media, it was all over the place. The first time I saw pressure on a hospital bed. The first time I saw pressure sitting in a wheelchair. And I was asking myself a lot of questions that what is going on? What is happening? I saw the world sending prayers. I saw everyone praying for you. And that made me know that, wow, people really love pressure around the world. Pressure, at that particular time, what exactly was going on with you?
Well, you know, I had a situation that I needed to take care of. It wasn't really an emergency. I've seen the doctors a couple of times, and they both doctors told me, like, whenever I have the time, I should take care of the problem before it gets worse. You know what I mean? So I just got back from Africa. It was a situation where I could have deal with the surgery before I go to Africa or after I leave Africa, and I never wanted to go to South Africa and be healing in Africa, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, after I reach back from the motherland, I'm going to deal with the surgery. I had like a month or 2 months with no shows really booked like that. So I knew I had the time to heal up and be well, you know what I mean? So enough love goes out to everyone who showed the love and support Pressure Busspipe over the years and through the whole journey, you know? Because you don't know, are we? You see me? Yeah.
Yeah, man. We give thanks. Easy. So it was nothing major and nothing too serious. We give thanks.
No, not really. It could be serious if I didn't take care of the problem.
Okay.
At an early place. You know what I mean?
All right. So we saw you in South Africa. Was that your first time coming to Africa?
No. My first time traveling to Africa was in 2015 when I traveled to Ethiopia, but it wasn't for any bookings or show or anything like that. It was just my mission, you know what I mean, to reach Ethiopia and see the place. And that's actually where I shoot the video for Lion is a Lion in Shashamani and Addis Ababa, you know, and Wando Guinet and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was my first trip to Africa. But South Africa in March was my actual first bookings in Africa after all these years.
After all these years. Now, listen to me. South Africa is a bit funny because I have a lot of selectors. I have a lot of industry players over there that we talk from time to time. And they said to me that, Lagazee, you ever see any reggae show big yet like this? The people them came out to see Pressure. And I'm like, I lie. And the man said, what you mean I lie? Me, I tell you the gospel to the people them came out to see Pressure. So it means that people really love Pressure in Africa. And I really love the turnout.
Yeah, it was a great turnout, and you know, the love was real. Most importantly, the love in South Africa was amazing. And I think that's just a small token of what the rest of Africa has to offer Pressure Busspipe. So I'm truly excited to travel to more countries, especially Ghana. I have, man like you, who I'm a brethren in Ghana, and, we talk about Pressure Busspipe coming to Ghana for so long.
Of course.
Then, we have friends in Kenya who always reach out, Zimbabwe. It's becoming a thing now where, the fan base is getting larger, and I'm truly grateful that the message is reaching out to the people. Because for me, it's like, I do this for the love. I really love to sing reggae music, and to get back the love from the people who feel the love. It's always a blessing. So I'm truly grateful. And Africa, definitely, I made it my duty to start with Africa in 2024, So I'm hoping that 2025, we would visit a lot more countries in Africa and get to bring a nice performance to the people.
All right. So in recent times, going through the internet, I realized that on the 28th of September, you go into South Africa to perform again.
Again, yes.
All right. So here is the issue now. There is a little bit of issue over here.
Okay.
That a man reached out to me and said, Lagazee, look, Pressure is coming back to Africa on the 28th of September. And I'm like, wow, great. And then I was talking to the promoter. And then on the following day, a man sent me another flyer that Turbulence is also coming on the same 28th. And I'm like,
yes, sir.
I joke this. How can they keep two separate shows on the same date? Why? Why should they do that?
I believe it's lack of knowledge. You know, it's no hard feelings to anybody. I come up in a business where I come up in a place where it's always competition. You know, it's always you know, one promoter does something and then somebody else decide they want to do something that day because it's perfect for them. And you know, this is what we always talk about, bringing balance and unity in the music industries. Like we all should work together. And I am not familiar with who the promoters are for the Turbulence concert, but Turbulence is a brethren of mine, and you know it's beyond our friendship. You know, it's more business. So I believe that whoever is promoting the show should have known that, you know, there's already a concert going on. And even if we could unite and make the thing one big something, because Turbulence is a great artist I respect, and he's also an inspiration of mine from the early days. So it's all due respect to the team, Turbulence team, and stuff like that. But I believe that for the promotion and the vibe we have set in South Africa, you know, I believe that people are really looking forward to seeing Pressure Busspipe again. And of course, they would love to see Turbulence, you know what I mean? But this concert that I'm doing for South Africa is benefiting South Africa. I am not coming to Africa to take the money and go back to my country and squander the money. I did that the first show. You understand?
Yeah.
So because of the love South Africa gave to me, I felt like it's, whether people feel it's too soon or whatever, I feel like now is the time to start giving back to Africa. You know, Africa has given so much. It has bleed so much for the rest of the world. You know, me as an artist that chant and sing for Africa over the years, you know, I would like to know that I'm doing something for Africa and leaving something with the people where, you know, the youths them can have computers and books and you know, the homeless can be fed, stuff like that. That means a lot to me doing music. This is the reason why we're messengers and we do the music that we do, so that it could reach the people. You know, it's the money is, yes, we need money to pay our bills and all of this stuff, but at the end of the day, the people need food. You know, magical food, mental food, and physical food. So reggae music is the driving force, and we're here to use reggae music to feed the people. So, you know, that is the mission. Give thanks to all.
All right. We give thanks. So on my Facebook page right now, I have a lot of people sending in messages. And Don Chillop says, my favorite song is Make Up to... he said, Make Up to Break Up. All right. Patricia Edmonds says, sending love to Pressure Busspipe. Kwame Ampoma Edweje says, King, please ask him if he accepts collaboration or featuring based on money or message on the song.
The collaborations?
Yes. He said whether you accept to do collaboration based on money or the message in the song.
It all depends, you know what I mean? Because everybody that has a message doesn't have the voice to deliver the message. So now I have to look at what kind of talent you have. Where is it going to benefit me, and how is it going to benefit both of us? You know, I also, because I'm an artist, I do have to think business also. And if it's a situation where benefiting you more than it's benefiting me, then I'm going to ask for money. You know what I mean? If it's something where it benefit both of us and I see it fit that it's going to benefit me, then we can work together. You understand? And then, because that's just life. You know, sometimes you want something in life and you just have to work hard and pay for it. You know, there's a lot of things that I have done in the past that never benefited me, you know, but I still had to spend. No, it never benefited the other person. It benefited me because they were in a better position than me where they could help me. You know what I mean? So it all depends on the vibe. Sometimes you meet a youth and he have the great talent and he doesn't have the money. I don't let the money get in between me helping a youth. You know what I mean? But then you have those that they just do it because of the money. They see the money that you can get out of it. So then you have to pay me some money. You understand? Because you're not here for the realest part of the music, you know? So I have to be mindful of all these things whenever people reach out to me to do music. The other day, a young artist reached out to me and he spoke well. You know, he said that he wants to feature me and his ultimate goal was to have a song with Pressure Busspipe. And I'm like, what kind of music do you do? He said he does rap music. So I went into his profile, he sent me some of his stuff, and it was low on gunman music. So I'm not knocking anyone because I believe everyone has a right to freedom of expression. And sometimes myself, I have fun with the music. You know, I might sing some little small derogatory things, but nothing too profane that would hurt anyone, but at the same time, just having fun with the music. But I don't make it the base of who I am. You know, it's just me just linking with other people. So another artist might hear that and feel like, yo, I want to do a song like that with Pressure. See, Pressure do the same thing. No, but it no works. So, you know, because I can't consume myself with that. It's just a moment in time I did something like that. And, you know, I'm not going to continue contributing to the negative that society has, you know what I mean? And contributing to the mental state of the youth, them where I said, yo, we listen Pressure and Pressure have some Rastaman song, but Pressure bust him gun to, you know, Pressure have a song we talk about, bust him gun to, you know, so that in itself would stray the youths them, you know, so it's a spiritual thing, most importantly for I and I. So I like to keep the music clean for the most part. So I like to work with clean artists, to say the most, you know. Yeah.
All right. So in 2012, I read somewhere that you were shot in your community, and I would like to find out whether it really had any impact on you or the society where you find yourself.
Definitely had an impact on I and I because, you know, it's a community that I was born and raised, you know, and my brethren who also got shot, he died, you know. My life, I didn't die, of course, but, you know, so it's always in my mind that, you know, it could have been worse. You know, my life could have been taken from me also in that situation. So, and every time I think about that, you know, it makes me want to okay, so what's next in my life? Where do I go from here now? What do I do next? What other positive I can do to inspire others? Because my life, you know, is partially mine. It you know, but at the end of the day, I give my life to Jah, you know, so I work with the current, I work with the frequency, I work with all energies once it's positive, you know, so I try to use that to make me be a better man, to keep me going, you know, knowing that I was given a second chance at life, you know, so yeah, it was definitely a big impact in my life.
All right. Easy. 33 minutes got into the Act 2 here on Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. We're live on 99.5 in Accra, 98.5 in Kumasi, 100.3 in Cape Coast, and 99.7 in Tamale. Asaase Radio, we are nationwide, and the name of the show is Yaad Settingz, and my name is King Lagazee. My guest all the way from VI is Pressure Busspipe. Easy. Now, Pressure, on my Facebook page, Arita Edmond says, it is a charity show. Oh, I mean, the show in South Africa is a charity show, no?
Yes, it is. It's a benefit concert.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. All right. So, don't chill up again. Step back and say, King Lagazee, please tell him I want a freestyle of Makeup to Break Up. What this? Easy.
All we do is make up to break up. Break up. We only even make love. I need you beside me when I wake up. Wake up. Let me tell you straight up. All we do is make up to break up. Break up. Big up.
Easy. Don't chill up. So you have it. Now, I have dealt with Pressure on other platforms, but this is the first time I'm dealing with Pressure on Asaase Radio. And this show is syndicated on 4 radio stations across the country, Ghana. And we have over 30 million people them listening to us right now. It means it's the biggest reggae dancehall platform in Ghana and the whole of Africa. because I have people from
Rastafari.
South Africa, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, every people them dip on the live and people are listening online and people in them Yaad are listening on them radio. Now, a lot of the time people ask questions, especially when I posted the flyer again, people on my WhatsApp status commenting, I love this Jamaican artist, and I keep correcting them. He is not from Jamaica, he is from the VI. To be specific, he's from St. Thomas. You understand me?
All right.
So then I send them, the song, about VI. You understand me? That, listen,
Yes.
listen to this song. You understand me? And all that. Why do people think Pressure is a Jamaican?
Because reggae music is already stigmatized as Jamaican music. And anybody that's doing reggae music very well and even uses the Jamaican dialect or patois will definitely come off to be a Jamaican. You know what I mean? Like if I decide I'm going to do Spanish music right now and I have a great Spanish dialect, most people would normally think that I'm from Puerto Rico or Cuba, so it goes hand in hand with the music. I believe that, it's hard. Remember, from 2006, I was one of the first artists to be recognized outside of Jamaica as an artist, There wasn't many artists outside of Jamaica being recognized. There were very few to mention artists like the Calibuds or the Mal and Asha, or even the Natural Black from Guyana. There were very few of us. Now there's a lot of artists all over the world doing reggae music. So, where people are more being recognized for where they come from now. We have to really fight that fight in the earlys, and go through, I'm not Jamaican, but now you have a slew of artists coming out of Africa, Trinidad, even more Caribbean countries, and even in Europe right now. So it's big. Reggae music it has planted a seed throughout the world, and right now the tree is flourishing, and it's just for us to see and know that, that there's artists out there that representing reggae music and representing their country, and all in all, it's all making the Jamaican culture look good and uplift the Jamaican culture. So I feel like it's a win-win for us all,
All right. Now, let's go into the life of Pressure. Pressure, where were you born? What kind of parents were you born to? How did this whole musical thing started with you?
I was born in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. My father was a musician, a drummer to be exact. So I always wanted to be a drummer just like my dad. I grew up playing the drums and the trumpet, but I felt like the drumming would be my end goal. That would be who I wanted to be when I grew up. I never even thought I would be an artist or a singer. My mother, she worked for the government. I grew up in a family where my mother and my father was present, so I did have a full household. I don't have the cliche story like, oh, my grandmother raised me and my father never did it, and I really had a good life. My mom and my dad worked hard to make sure that, I was doing the right thing. They put me in activities that I needed to be in. Of course, it wasn't all perfect. We weren't rich, but my mom and dad worked 2 and 3 jobs each to take care of the household and to make sure that I had what I needed to survive. You know what I mean? So I'm always truly grateful to my parents for everything and for being my number one support from day one, especially my mother, who saw the visions and knew that she saw greatness in me, and she never allow me to do anything other than be great, so truly grateful for that.
All right. At what age did you started, singing?
I've been singing from 5 years old, 6 years old, but of course, other people's music. I grew up in a household where I listened to, my father was a big salsa fan. He listened to a lot of Spanish music,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just because of the music. He never really even spoke Spanish. And a lot of calypso music, stuff like that. I listened to a lot of R&B, the old Anita Baker, and the Luther Vandross, the whole Keith Washington, and enough of the oldies R&B music, and of course reggae music. The old Peter Tosh, the Shabba Ranks, and the Bounty Killer, the Bob Marley, those that were really making a statement back in the days, especially when I was about 9, 10, 11 years old. You know what I mean? So I grew up with a well-rounded musical um, vibe. Everywhere was different music playing in my house, outside the house, and then going to school, being a part of the music class. I learned to play classic music. I learned to play different genres that you usually don't even know about, but we learn these in school. So I definitely came from a musical background, not so much, I don't have much singers in my family. I believe that I was the first singer. Maybe we have now that are trying to do their thing, but I believe I was the first one to be mentioned as a singer in the family, that especially that went hard and took it seriously.
All right. Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, Pressure is my guest. Did you have any experience with sound system from St. Thomas?
No, not actually playing sound system. But I was a part of a group. It was 7 of us, and we were all artists. I believe in my bio, or my past bio, it may have said that I was with a sound system, but it was not a sound system.
Mm-hmm.
We were a family, and none of us played sound. We never played music. We just were artists that were singing on tracks. Like, we had a sound system that played for us, but it wasn't our sound system. We were a family which was called the Star Lion family. You may have heard it called the Star Lion sound system, which is false. It is the Star Lion family. And we were all artists who we started out together doing music. Couple of us are still doing music today. Of course, Pressure Busspipe is the most prominent one because of my international success, but other members are still doing the music and doing songs throughout the islands and stuff like that.
Now, Pressure, let me push you a bit to the wall. If you didn't have any experience with sound system, from your start, how come you are so good in cutting dubs?
Well, I love the culture so much. That's where I came from. I come from microphone and sound system. Like, we perform with microphone. Like, I come from a time when it's ciphers, like 8 and 12 people trying to fight for the microphone. You understand? And then when I start to get into the artistry, voicing dub plates, it's like, once you know your music, at the end of the day, I could even try to explain this and make it seem so pretty, and yeah, I did this, but when God give you a gift certain way, it's sometimes it's just, you can't explain it. You just have to just be a vessel and do the work and let the work speak for itself. But to try to explain, my gift, it's kind of difficult, Because it's something spiritual. I sometimes I just allow myself to be used by the spirits to create music, to be used by Jah to do the work,
All right. Talking about dub plate now, when I started hearing Pressure on dub was when Love and Affection was released. Love and Affection was big. You understand me? I remember those days I used to play it every time on my radio show. Until finally I got to meet Pressure, and then I had, the regular dub plate style, and then later on I had a sound killing way. I said, boy, Lagazee gone. Now, tell me, which sound system did you first ever recorded a dub plate for?
First sound system I ever recorded a sound for. The sound doesn't even exist anymore. The youth them who did run the sound right now are doing videography and yeah, and it was called Mega Sounds, straight out of high school. Yeah, I was probably about 17 years old. Yeah.
Wow. Now, one sound system that really played your dub plate, and I feel them play it right, and it caught a lot of attention. And it was on this particular song, Virgin Islands Nice. It's King Animosity.
Yeah, big up King Animosity.
Yo, how did you go about that creativity?
Well, like I say, it's just find ways to be creative at all times, be different. Every dub plate, we try to make it have its own unique sound. And we're just being true to ourselves. You know what I mean?
All right.
King Animosity is no stranger to my journey. I've worked with them for many years. Before the world knew who's Pressure Busspipe, I've been working with King Animosity in the Virgin Islands. So, to even see their success now in the sound system world, it makes me happy, to know that we're all doing the same thing and we're pushing hard to reach somewhere, so we give thanks.
I think I must request that I need Virgin Island Nice. Me need it,
of
man.
course, man. You have to have it. Have to.
Me need it, man. That's me. Yo, for some reason, it has become my favorite now that every time I play it, at home, everywhere, I play that. I just don't know why, but I just love it. And until the day I heard Animosity play that, I said, boy, this man them not easy.
Yeah,
now, before
true.
Before I invite callers in, because I know people want to talk to Pressure, so we will activate the phone line for people to call in. In recent time, Pressure was sitting in a car and then boom bam. This rhythm produced by John. I remember I was in Jamaica recently, and I was in the studio with King Jamis and John walking, and I'm like, is that the famous John? Him say, yo, Lagazee, I mean this. I want to, man. I want a house there, man. So when I heard this rhythm that it was from John, I said, boy, Pressure, tell me about the song Haunted. What exactly inspired this? Because this song is kind of addressing some pressing issues in the industry. And I was wondering, where from this? Because for some time now, especially in Ghana, people are like, oh, reggae is dead. And people even entreating award schemes to take reggae category out of it. And I have to come out and spit some fire on them dirty ass. You understand me? And I'm like,
yes,
how can you say that? And then, in recent time, boom, before I could see Pressure with Haunted, I said, Rastafari, Pressure is speaking my mind. Pressure, what exactly inspired this?
Well, just the constant social issue that we face, you know what I mean? It's like we talk about it so much behind the scenes, and it's like, you know what I mean, we want to see a balance, you know what I mean? It's like there's a dark cloud over the industry and the true lights are fighting hard to shine, you know what I mean? So it's better we just make it known what we're facing instead of dealing with it and you know what I mean, becoming a silent issue. It's the elephant in the room. It's a big elephant in the room, and that is something that we needed to bring to the forefront, because it's something we talk about all the while. Every time there's no balance. I'm never going to fight against no artist and how they express themselves. I want to see a balance of the music that's being played to the masses, because we are the fans. I'm a big fan of reggae music first. So I'm always in the fan standpoint versus the artist standpoint, you know what I mean? So as a fan, I love to listen to dancehall, I love to listen to reggae, I love all of it, but at the same time, you go to a party, there's no balance. There's all the music that's being played is slack music, it's dark, and there's very little of light. It's like when they start to play nice reggae music, people start to go to the bar for a drink. People start to use the bathroom. They start to do every little thing they want to do. It's like reggae music become old people music. It become, like recess music. Like when reggae come on, it's like, all right, make me go on. Let's go to the bar and buy a drink. Let's go roll two spliff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not where we're coming from. You know what I mean? Reggae music became something that people think is a thing of the past. And you have artists like myself and Sizzler, Anthony B, Capleton, enough artists, Loot and Fire, enough artists, the Perfect Giddy Money, the Jamaican, I could name it. Even the Lovers Rock artists, you have like Romain Virgo, the Chris Martin, so much to mention, Egyptian them. And the music is not being respected to a level that it used to be. You have so much great music being put out, a lot of artists and musicians spending money on music. Like, we need a guitar man to play upon the shock, man for pay the guitar man for pay the bass man, pay the drummy, man for pay for studio time, man for pay the engineer for mix the song, man for sometimes man for pay the artist for voice the song. And then when you do all of this and you put out good music, it gets put by the wayside, because this generation now only feel like what's good, what's bad is really good. You know what I mean? It's like we're so used to violence. We're so used to slack music and the derogatory music. And how can we, as a people, reach so far that this becomes a norm? You understand? This should never be normal. I come from a place when certain things you say will affect you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It will affect. People were scared to say certain things in music. There's no what you call it, there's no blockage. There's nothing to say like you can't do this no more, or this can't go on. Right now, there's no rules in music. You know what I mean? And because of that, now you have women coming outside and there is like they're dressing real extra sexy. And it takes away, so much from the fun in getting to date a woman. And it's like you're getting to see all of a woman in a party. First of all, woman coming out and it's like they're wearing nothing. And men, I don't understand where we're at now. I just know where we need to be. And I would like to see a lot of balance back in the music. So for me, I heard the rhythm from John John. I had the rhythm for some months. John can tell you, it's like, on a weekly basis, John check up and say, yo, Pressure, you not find nothing yet for the rhythm. And I said, no, John, we're up on the road, we're not even in the studio yet. And it's like I heard the rhythm a couple times, and the first time I heard the rhythm, it automatically made me want to sing a girl song, sing a song for a female. I listened to it again, I'm finding lyrics and stuff, and it's easy for me to sing a song for a female. And then I'm thinking to myself, wait, if I'm feeling this way, then the other artists them on the rhythm probably feel the same way. So that means that everybody on this rhythm gonna want to sing a girl tune. So you know what? Now go trick the rhythm and find something totally different. And within my meds, Haunted is what came to I and I. So it was when the meditation first came to me, the concept came to me about speaking facts of what go on in the industry right now. It was like, you know what? You can't do me nothing. The amount of things I go through in the music, right now, me have to speak my mind now. And nobody can tell me nothing. You can't do me nothing. You can't take nothing from me. If you don't like it, go sit down. That was the space of mind I was in. I don't care-ish, but at the same time, with a lot of care, a lot of love, a lot of heart. But at the same time, like at this point, everybody needs to hear what I have to say. And I'm not going to pretty it up anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm getting straight to the point. Mm-hmm. And that was it.
All right. So, Pressure, now I have you on the line. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to introduce the song Haunted whilst I play it.
Introducing brand new song Haunted, produced by John Records. Pressure Busspipe. I mean, say no for them haunted. Lagazee, squeeze.
You get a chance to talk to Pressure Busspipe. Ask him any question you want. 0200-009-951 or 0594-157-777. These are the lines for you to call. I have the first man on the line. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
So long I've been waiting to be with you all along. I've been anticipating. The first time we kissed was breathtaking. And I know, girl, we got a bright future in America. Big up to Lagazee.
Yo, bless him. I have pressure on the line. All right, I'm Puma Edweje. We have pressure on the line.
Yo, Dada, what go on?
More blessings, fire. More love.
Daddy, me really love you. Me really love you. I started listening to your tune from way back. You see, me could have sang from line to line. Every tune that you have, me could have sang it from line to line. So big up yourself.
Yes,
keep on doing the work you're doing. But I want to ask you, why is it that anytime I hear that you're coming to Africa, like Ghana not really coming at the picture? I don't know whether it's the promotion or it's the money aspect or anything. I don't really know what I'm going to, so please.
As you know,
I want you to come to Ghana. I beg you.
I want to come to Ghana, but I just can't show up at the airport and do a show. Your country have to welcome Pressure Busspipe. If your country doesn't welcome and say, yo, Pressure Busspipe, we needed to come for a show, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, then I can't just show up in Ghana and perform at the airport by the terminal.
Yeah, but I understand. But from
yeah, so
you say you link up
get with your promoters, get with your country, get with your promoters.
So link up with King Lagazee and everything will be fine.
Yeah, man. Get with your promoters, your country, everybody, and say, yo, we're tired of this. We need Pressure Busspipe in Ghana. And then, boom, Pressure Busspipe.
Yeah, we're tired of it. That's what I'm saying, that the GOD could have made this happen. We have real belief in the GOD.
Definitely.
As you see, Pressure Busspipe was in South Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa reached out to Pressure Busspipe, and that's how it happened. I have to connect with my brothers and sisters. I want to connect with my brothers and sisters.
Daddy, I really appreciate. God be with you.
All right.
Yeah, man. More blessings.
Yeah, man.
Respect. All right. That was Kwame and Puma Edweje.
Easy.
Oh, the time is up.
Easy.
My time is up. Jesus Christ. So, Pressure. I have next man on the line. Hello.
Hello, King Lagazee.
Blessed. What is the name? Where are you calling from?
Yo, my name is Cap. You're calling from Medina.
Medina. We have Pressure Busspipe on the line.
Greetings, Father.
Big up.
Greetings, Father.
Rastafari, more blessings.
Yeah, man. I want to big up yourself, You started listening to, Pressure Busspipe a long way ago. And this one track that I always listen. Anytime I find myself in a times of hardness, in a times of that moment, like, it's good to set up that you can't run away from yourself. So anytime you get in the tight corner, you sit back and listen to this track and tell yourself, Scorpion, you hear this, so you got the power to do whatever you want to do. Now make your troubles get you down. Because no matter what, you can't run away from yourself. And life is like a trouble. I can't say you around. So, I listen to this track and I said, big up, we got to stand up for our feet and do something. So I want to give up to you, Pressure Busspipe. God bless you and keep on doing it for us.
Thank you so much.
You read it, or maybe like, I want to tell you that in all of the music, when you read the music, myself, I listen to tracks like, music from Luther Fire, the Chronic, your Pressure Busspipe yourself, the program Hurricane. A whole lot for them. So I just want to say big up to you and God give you all the strength, the power, the wisdom to keep on giving us the really conscious musical one. So big up yourself.
All right.
True.
Give thanks.
More blessings, King. Big up. Give thanks for the love.
Yeah, man. So Pressure.
Easy.
Yo. The phone line is heated, but our time is up. You understand me? I got to pack up and go. But Pressure, what exactly is in the future line for you, apart from Haunted?
A lot. Just that. A lot. And not because we're on the phone now, but my main thing right now is to get into Africa. You know, I want to perform in Africa a lot more. I want to be in Africa a lot more. I've shared my talents with everybody else but my own brothers and sisters, and I'm ready to make that a reality. You understand? So now more than ever, especially since my last trip to South Africa, you know, I found new love. I found new peace, new joy, you know, and it's within my homeland. So I want to exalt more on that, you know what I mean? And get with my brothers and connect more with the people of Africa. That is the mission.
All right, Pressure. Pressure, in leaving you, what sort of advice do you have for your fellow artists and the whole of Ghana and the whole of Africa and the world listening to you right now?
Well, I would always say, you know, to work hard, you know. You have to want it bad. You know, there's a lot of things, some people have to make more sacrifices than others. Do what you feel you have to do if this is what you really want. You know what I mean? You also have to remember there's thousands and thousands of artists trying to get the same spotlight as you. You know, so you have to work even extra harder. You know, if you put out a song and the song isn't working, continue working on more music. Something is going to give. Never feel like it's the end of the road. You know, I'm a perfect example of that. You know, Love and Affection came out in 2006. You know, for a lot of the commercial listeners, a lot of people felt like Pressure only had one song when I was putting out songs after songs after songs. But because the DJs would only play Love and Affection, it made the fans think that Pressure only had Love and Affection, to the point that people were even asking, when is Pressure coming out with a new song? When I have 3-4 albums already released since Love and Affection. So that in itself made me say to, you know, like, you know, you never can stop. And then here now we have the song Haunted, and it's getting all this love throughout the internet and everybody's playing the song. And now you have people saying, oh, Pressure, find it again. It's like, I never went nowhere. I never even lost it. You have not been paying attention to the music. Where you have been paying attention, it wasn't real music. You know what I mean? You're a victim of the dark world that we're living in. You know what I mean? So now they're paying attention. Now you have some of them who are saying, yo, I'm to you, man. Pressure, find what? Pressure, been a do the music. You know? So now it's a great feeling, even within itself. Okay, if them say me have a new song and I'ma find it, then I'm grateful. Me find it again then. Cool. You love it? You enjoy it? All right, go and support it. And tell a friend to tell a friend to support the music. So, you know, from me to other artists, just stay consistent, hard work. Be yourself, be unique. You know, we're all inspired by somebody else who came before us, and you know, they move us and the way they do the music. I love it. I want to do music like that. But at some point you have to find yourself within the mix and be unique. You know, record labels, they only want to sign people who are different. They don't want to sign two of the same kind of artists. You know, they always seek for difference. So be yourself, because the world needs you. It doesn't need another them. It needs you. You understand? So that's the fact.
All right.
And more blessings.
Respect, Pressure. I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. And
give thanks, you know, Lagazee. Big up yourself.
Every time. Give thanks for your time. And I'll link you up with the information so that we can get the Virgin Islands.
Can get your dubs, you know?
Man. All right, Pressure. Give thanks.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yeah, man.
Ja Rastafari.
Aile.